Tanveer Ahmed, what do you make of these statements coming in from Zameer Ahmed there? It's a racist attack on the former Chief Minister, on H.D. Kumaraswamy, by calling him dark. Kalia is what he says.
So firstly, any person with a sane mind would definitely not like the statement, and it is definitely a condemnable statement. But there is another twist to it. We need to really understand, because Kumaraswamy and Zameer Ahmed Khan were the best of friends for a very long time. Like amongst friends, there are certain words which we use. I think Zameer Ahmed Khan was trying to use that word which he, as a friend of Kumaraswamy for the last 15 years, would have tried doing this. But however, as I told you, that any person with sane mind, any person who understands the importance of the position of what Mr. Kumaraswamy is holding, would not make a statement. I'm sure Zameer Ahmed Khan would come out and apologize. This was totally an uncalled for statement. But also we need to really look whether it was he was referring to his old friend, which he probably was. That's how he was referring to Mr. Kumaraswamy in the past.
I'm going to thank you for joining in with your views on that. So, was it just in jest, referring to him as a friend? Because it's being said that Zameer Ahmed and H.D. Kumaraswamy were friends. And was this just in jest is the big question here. But it's a racist comment nevertheless. And this is something that the Congress has also condemned. Not just the JDS and the BJP who criticized the Congress party, reminded them of previous times when this statement or similar statements were made. We also have a JDS spokesperson on the phone line with us. If I could please get that name. Okay, Mr. Pratap is now joining us. Thank you for your time. Please tell us, what is the meaning of a statement of this nature from Zameer Ahmed, calling H.D. Kumaraswamy Kalia? I understand that they seem to be friends, and this isn't jest or so, is what it appears is what is being now said right now. But how do you look at this statement? How does the JDS look at this statement?
Basically, whatever the Zameer Ahmed has called, it's basically a racist comment, and it's mocking somebody on the skin color. It's a last thing for anybody, for that matter, and that also it shows the true colors of Congress, what Congress think about common people and other things, like in fact in Congress is very serious on this. They have to suspend him. They have to show it in the action, not just condemning every. This is not the first time Zameer Ahmed is doing that. So, Zameer Ahmed it's been like in second or third time he's been doing this, and it's a very low for any minister. He is not even fit to be a Gram Panchayat member. Forget about the minister. He is unfit to be a Gram Panchayat member. That's
okay.
Our feedback, and we cannot go lower to their level and talk in the same tone. But unfortunately for Congress, this is okay. Congress is being being talked so much of morals and all those things, but when it comes to action, they are worse than any other party.
What would you expect the Congress to do now? What sort of action should be taken, given that the Congress seems to be saying, okay, we don't appreciate it, but don't read too much into the statement, says the Congress? No,
I'll tell you, it is not just an isolated statement or mocking some person, individual. It is mocking everybody whose skin tone is dark. Is indirectly mocking everybody, including their own national president. But it is like, that is mocking of a common man. It's a racial abuse. Why don't you take it as a racial abuse? Why you take it as personal? Somebody called it and just leave it off. Congress has to prove their this thing. They have to take action. They have to strip him of the ministry. See what kind of minister they have. We don't have a sensitive towards the people. What kind of minister they have? Is it okay to call, to mock somebody's skin color?
All right. I'm going to thank you for joining in with your views on that story. So the JDS, they're saying that not right. The Congress should be sending out a message. Take action against Zameer Ahmed. He's a mantri, he's a minister at the end of the day, and he can't get away with these statements. Anaga continues to be with us for more details on that story. So, Anaga, in fact, the JDS says that the Congress now should ensure that action is taken against him because this is not a one-off.
Well, that's right, Sneha. Even in the past, as we mentioned earlier, Zameer Ahmed has been criticizing people based on their skin color. In fact, he's also addressed himself as a short man. So, such comments really targeting them for their physical appearance isn't something new when it comes to Zameer Ahmed Khan. He has been making such really disgusting and humiliating statements. And that too, what makes it all the more appalling is that this comes in from a publicly elected representative. This is a minister that we are talking about, very loosely making such statements. This statement particularly was made at an election rally in Cherrapatna where he addressed H.D. Kumaraswamy as Kalia. And now indeed they are demanding, the opposite side, that's the BJP and the JDS, are demanding for action against Minister Zameer Ahmed Khan for the kind of racist remarks that he has done. In fact, JDS was also being very furious on social media by questioning what's the skin color of your party chief, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, Satish Jarkiholi, Priyank Kharge, really taking in specifically leaders' names and saying there are so many leaders who have made their mark in politics and are dark skin toned. So does this mean that every single person who is of dark skin color is of lower stature? So that's the kind of question that's put in by the JDS on social media, really hitting out at Zameer Ahmed for the kind of loose cannon statements that he has made openly at an election rally in Cherrapatna.
All right. Anaga, getting in those details as far as these controversial statements by Zameer Ahmed is concerned. Anaga, just give us a sense of if the Congress is now looking at taking some sort of a disciplinary action against him, given that there's been criticism and also that this has happened in the past as well. Similar comments have come in the past, is because right now what it appears is that the Congress seems to be playing it down a little, isn't it?
Well, Sneha, because this clearly isn't the first time when Zameer has made such statements. So that's why, when we spoke to Minister Dinesh Gundu Rao, he also condemned Zameer's statements by saying that if at all he has made the statement, then it is the one to be condemned. So that's the kind of remark that, that we are hearing. But, will disciplinary action be initiated against Zameer Ahmed? We highly doubt so, because in the past when he made such statement, he was just let go scot-free. No such action was initiated. In fact, he was given a further elevation by, being made into a minister and an MLA. So clearly such remarks, taunting somebody for their physical appearance really has no effect. Looks like, politically speaking, in political circles, it looks like, a disciplinary action being initiated against Zameer Ahmed is a far off thought at this point. There is a lot of condemnation that's coming in, but will he apologize? And will this incident ensure that Zameer Ahmed Khan stops making such loose cannon remarks is the big question.
All right, will he stop making these comments? He's a habitual offender is what Anaga is telling us. Also tell us, Anaga, about the past instances in which Zameer Ahmed had made similar controversial statements.
One such controversial statement, Sneha, was very recent. It was pertaining to the Muda scam. It was during a High Court hearing, when the judgment was against Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. Zameer Ahmed Khan had called the judgment as being politically motivated. He did face a lot of backlash with several sections calling this as a contempt of court and that severe action must be initiated for Zameer for calling the judgment as politically motivated. So that was one such very recent controversial remark against the High Court that Zameer had made. But even before that, it was during one such election when, Zameer Ahmed called himself, criticized himself for being short of height. He called himself a short man while also taunting H.D. Kumaraswamy for being black in color. We also heard in a word from a political analyst by saying that both Zameer and H.D. Kumaraswamy grew together politically. They came in as friends. They have a very strong bond between them, a sort of camaraderie. So such remarks really, it can be perceived as the one between friends is the kind of remark that we heard from political analysts. But really coming in, at a public platform during an election speech from a publicly elected representative, that's the part that's truly questionable, calling a sitting union minister as Kalia.
All right, I'm going to thank you for the moment for getting us those details there. Anaga, putting that story into perspective.